There's an old adage out there that when in a gold rush, sell picks and shovels. And that's exactly what scalpers are doing right now. They are selling helium hotspot miners for 2, 3, 4 times their value, and we are buying them. Now, when I say value, I mean manufacturer value, what the manufacturer is selling it to us for, if they had any, because right now they don't. So either they don't have any and they're out of stock, or they are putting us on a pre-order list, which takes 2 to 8 months before we see anything, or they're doing drops. And during those drops, there are so many people trying to buy that the checkout system doesn't work. So where does that leave us? Back to looking at the scalpers. Now, I don't mind if someone's a scalper, quite honestly. I mind if they're a scammer, because there are so many people out there who are just trying to steal your money. They do it by telling you that you need to pay by cryptocurrency, or they have other ways of pretending that they're going to send you a product and it shows up and it's not what you asked for or bought, I should say. Very frustrating in this whole process. So what I want to do right now is I want to take a look at the different platforms that you can use both to sell and to buy from, and their inherent issues. Okay, so the first one is Craigslist. Now, sure, many of you have used Craigslist. Craigslist is a very easy local system by which you can find your local Craigslist page, search for something like a helium miner, and then choose to contact that person by clicking on the reply button. And you'll either, because they always want me to do this, right? Once I do this, hopefully, what do I got here? It'll give me the phone number or the email address. Now, that being said, you don't necessarily have to put your email address here. Craigslist has a hidden one, so you don't need to give your information until you're actually ready to work with somebody. If you put your phone number, you're going to put your phone number. That's your phone number there. But I often deal with people via text message. We go back and forth trying to understand whether this is legitimate or not legitimate. Generally speaking, I've had good success on Craigslist. And if you are selling on Craigslist, just use the post button right over here. The post button will very easily let you sell what you want to sell. And just, I would list it under electronics, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It's really a whole keyword situation. You just want to make sure helium miner is in the title. Okay, that being said though, yes, there are scammers out there. I've been scammed by someone who sold me back in June a helium hotspot miner for $2,500. It was broken, and there's no way to get the money back from that person because you met them in a parking lot and you don't really remember their name. Sure, you might have their phone number, but what good is that going to do you at the end of the day unless you want to do a lot of research to figure out who they were in the first place and then take them to small claims court? So that's one of the problems with dealing with something like Craigslist. There's no recourse, even with local people. Now, when I say that, I have had good luck too. I have bought from somebody, met him at a bank. These were sense caps. Sense caps actually have plastic wrap around them, around the box. So when I saw that they were still in their original packaging, all plastic wrapped up, I felt much more comfortable with the deal. And we at that time met at a bank. Not sure why they wanted to choose a bank, but hey, worked for me, worked for them, everybody's happy. I came home, I set them up. I love sense caps. Okay, that also being said, yes, I've also sold, and when I've sold, people know that I have a YouTube channel. They also, I let them come to my house because quite frankly, I don't want to go meet them in some shady place. So, yeah, they know I'm on the level. And if they know you're on the level and you think they're on the level, I say let's just do it. Okay, that being said, another good place to contact people is via Facebook Marketplace. That's facebook.com/marketplace. You can do searches like I have here, helium miner, add filters, like I put Arvada, Colorado within 100 miles, and I get some good listings here. Now, again, hopefully these people are local and you can deal with them in the same way you dealt with them on Craigslist. If they are not local, which I've seen on both Craigslist and on Facebook, and they're trying to get you to pay via cryptocurrency or some other way which can't be tracked, don't do it. There are especially scammers that say, like, you talk to them, they listed in Denver, and you're like, hey, I'd love to buy this. And they're like, oh, I'm really in Chicago. Yeah, scammer, buy. Anything that sets off red flags, run for the hills. That being the case, though, I wouldn't necessarily just buy right here from the marketplace. I would go to a specific Facebook group. There are many groups with many people in them here. The Helium Miners group, the Helium Hotspot Crypto Investors group, the Helium Mining Tip group, and my own group that I've set up, Hold Helium. Admittedly, we're a small group just getting started, but I would love anybody who's interested and wants me to be part of their conversations to join our group. We definitely could use more membership. That being said, as I just pointed out, I'm also a member of all of these other groups. Some of them have great information, and if you find a person who's selling, which often they'll post here, at least you can go back and read their comments, see if they're a real person. When you start talking to them, add them as a friend, look and see if they're, like I said, an actual person instead of somebody who just created a fake page or a fake account 3 months ago in order to sell you stuff. Now, even then, if they look real, that doesn't necessarily mean they are. I had a guy trying to scam me from Seattle. He has pictures of him with his family and everything seems nice. And he gave me a list of people that he worked with and made deals with, and it worked out, he said. But then I contacted them through Facebook because he gave me their names, right? Contacted them through Facebook, and every one of them told me he was a scammer. So, yeah, screw that guy. Okay, so these are 2 free ways, though, to post, right? An easy way for you to contact people through groups or through the marketplace, but at least it's free. Now, the one that's not so free is eBay. eBay is one that'll take something like 15%, which seems like a lot, but also consider for you as a person who might be buying, you also are going to deal with tax. So it's not just, for example, this Libra right here for about $1,200. It's not just going to be the $1,200 and the $15.18 shipping. It's going to have tax added on. Now, that all being said, I personally think these are still great ways to go. If you do auctions, just make sure somebody has a good history. I mean, go in, look at them. If they have only 11, I would be suspect. I don't trust somebody that only has feedback of 11. I want to see like at least a 200 feedback. Also, look for the auctions that are expiring around 7, 8, 9 in the morning. A lot of people don't do their snap bids at 7, 8, 9 in the morning, especially on the weekend. They're partying Friday night. Saturday morning, they're not looking to bid. So that's a great time to swoop up the good deals. Now, I'm not really a person who likes to do the good deals. I like to click on buy now. And notice I put miner in hand because there's so many people who are selling miners that are still on pre-order. In other words, you buy it and then you find out you're still not going to see it for another 3 months. So my recommendation is put in hand. A lot of people use that term, in hand, to let you know. Now, I was looking for sense caps. I'll either go by auction and then say, okay, what is, price and shipping lowest first. Actually, I don't do that for auctions. I do that for buy it now. So for buy it now, I will go through these and look for price and shipping lowest first. So I can kind of go through and see what the best deals are now. Trying to find something. See a lot of stuff there. Okay, so this is Heltec Helium HNT Hotspot Miner. I could buy it now for $1,050 with $14.99 shipping. That doesn't seem bad. $197. Yeah, you could buy now. Of course, if I hit the buy now, then I can look here and I can see, oh, I'm going to get $84.77 in sales tax. And that's my concern. I don't know if I want to pay that sales tax. That is a lot of sales tax. And that being said, I still have been looking, for example, at these cents caps here. So I could buy 3 for $11.75 and 95 cents, or even 4 or more at $1,163.95. Not sure if I want to, but this guy, Moosey Tunes, 272 feedback. I like positive feedback. That's all I got to say. I want to know. And you can see here, yes, he's been selling a lot of Nebra miners. So these are ways that I check somebody. And honestly, if you're a person who just is going to sell one time, one little Helium hotspot on something, I wouldn't do eBay. Yeah, it's just no one's going to trust you. That's just my opinion. You can buy for sure, but for selling, I don't know. And again, 15% fees. So that's also why some people really jack up the prices here, because there are those fees. So the one thing that's nice about Facebook and Craigslist is that you're not dealing with things like taxes and fees, but 15% fee here. And for Etsy, I don't know how many people look on Etsy, but Etsy has, I'm going to say, about a 3% fee for the actual transaction, just a 20-cent fee for posting, and then about, I'm going to say, a 5% fee for the actual sale. And that's a lot of fees too. So that's, like I said, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8%. That's about 8%. So it's a little cheaper. If you are a person selling on Etsy, you're going to have some other issues too. I'll talk about those in a second. But for those of you who are buying, this may be the way to go. Now, don't get me wrong. People are going to sell for a lot. Like I'm looking at this brand new Gold Shell KD box miner here for $8,300. Yeah, how much is this? It's from the manufacturer, $3,799. Sold out, of course, but it wasn't this morning when I was checking it out. Still thinking about buying it. Yep. But that all being said, it's still a great way that at least you, as a person looking to buy at scalper prices, can feel safe. Because there's a whole minutia behind it. Now, I actually have my own store, and I sell these Creality CR6 direct drive parts that I have built specifically for 3D printers. Yes, I sell things that I 3D print, and I sell parts to rebuild 3D printers. That's kind of a side thing I do, and that's kind of how I know about all of these sales options out there. So that being said, if you go, you can find my Etsy page here. So you can see I have not added a whole bunch of stuff, but people can at least look. They see I'm a star seller. They see I have 125 sales. They feel comfortable buying from me. Now, on the flip side to that, I've had some problems with Etsy. Etsy has turned on certain services that I didn't ask them to turn on, and suddenly when I went to sell, I got an extra $100 marketing fee. What was that? Now, I fought them about it, back and forth emails. They said, no, we won't give you a refund. And then finally today, this morning, they said yes. And that's why I am not posting my video about why Etsy sucks right now, but I am letting you know that there are those kind of issues. Specifically, there is an option here under settings called offsite ads. And I turned these offsite ads off, as you can see, on 11/23, yet I was still charged $100 per item for offsite ads on 11/24. Anyway, not going to bitch about it here, just making it aware. Okay, so 2 other options I just want to give you guys. If you decide this is what you're going to do, you're going to go buy 500 somethings, let's say Bobcats, because I mean that's the only thing we can get, right? Bobcats, and you're going to resell them. 2 other options you might want to consider if you don't want these, something that's a little cheaper in terms of at least some sort of safe process to do remotely. Now, this isn't for those of you who are looking to buy, but consider that if you're looking to buy, I'm sure that you want a safe process to which to buy through. So one is Shopify. Shopify, I've had stores I've built on Shopify. It is a great way to go. The processing fees are not that expensive. I think, just like what I had mentioned with Etsy, it's about 3%. And sure, if you want to, just take money from somebody, you could just use PayPal, and PayPal is like 3%. But if you don't just want to use PayPal, you need a processing system by which to use and a storefront. Shopify is the way to go. Now, as you can see, per month, it does cost money to have something like Shopify. $2.99 a month, $79 a month, $29 a month. Some people are saying, I don't know about $29 a month. Okay, there is a secret option. Yes, there is. There is the Shopify Lite plan. That is only $9. $9 a month. Now, this is really just something where you're going to put a buy button somewhere. But if that's all you're planning on doing, yeah, this is a great way to go. You can embed that buy button pretty much anywhere. So you could create like a Wix page or something like that in order to do this. $9, yeah, why not, right? The other option, if you guys are more savvy to creating websites, is Woocommerce. Woocommerce works directly with pages that are made on WordPress. So if you have a WordPress site, this is a great way to go. I love WordPress. I make a whole bunch of templatized WordPress pages. Right now they look like crap. I need to build new ones, but this is a great way to go if you are going to build your own page to sell miners. I'm not planning on selling miners personally on a regular basis, but because I have a history with the other ones. Like, for example, I have feedback from about 129 people on eBay, and I have, as you saw, good feedback here as a star seller on Etsy. Yeah, people trust me. People trust me way more than they would otherwise, especially because I have a YouTube page. So, if you're worried, honestly, I would vet people and I would use something that makes it possible outside of Etsy and eBay. That's assuming you are not selling or buying on Etsy or eBay. So, like I said, with Facebook, I would go into these groups and I would check to make sure these people are authentic. It is harder on Craigslist, but still, watch for the signs, right? Okay, I hope this has been helpful for those of you because, quite frankly, while we don't like scalpers or people, selling at such a higher price, that's what the market allows. And we're allowing this because we know that still buying it at that price is worthwhile. Now, if it's not worthwhile, of course, for your location, don't do it. Sure. But if it is, yeah, why not? And if you need to sell yours, like I decided I wanted to sell mine, well, figure out what works best for you. And I hope one of these solutions makes sense. All right. Thanks for watching. Have a great day and happy mining.